Earlier this year, the Ahvan project stopped by Oddbird with "Ae Kabir Tum Kahan Ho," an immersive piece rooted in the poetry and paradoxes of Kabir. So naturally, when we sat down to talk, the conversation opened up introspection. We spoke about their practice, the art of slowing down, and what it means to create work that invites reflection and vulnerability both on and off stage. Thank you. That was beautiful. Hi, I'm Shambhavi from Oddbird Theatre. I'm sitting down today with Vedi and Bala from the Ahvan project. In the most basic sense, I know you as a powerhouse vocalist that sings Kabir. I know Kabir from my Hindi textbooks in junior school. I know you as an incredible guitarist from your Barefaced Liar days. And I know you guys are making music that makes me weep. But I'm wondering if you have a way in which you prefer to introduce yourselves to people who already know you. I know Ahvan is a constantly evolving project. So today, how do you want to introduce yourselves to people who know you and don't?
Okay. Very quickly, I'll try to. So we started, and at the core, it started with exploring something called Nirgun. And I think that we are a very agenda-driven project. Agenda being the big idea of love, but in the everyday. I started on this lead full journey. Avan was not something that was thought of as a project at all. It was something that I was going through, and I found a need to break down these big, beautiful ideas because while they're so true and so beautiful, they're also extremely vague. And in today's world, when you say things with ease and poise, like, breathe and find your center, it has so much background to it. And so this big idea of love, which I have come to see as something that is more a way of life, more a way of being, uh, uh, our our agenda is to keep exploring, and it's not a journey alone. So then we explore with our friends, whoever we get to meet, whoever we get to perform with, for the communities, the sangatans that we can reach, spaces that we can, but also spaces where maybe it's being talked about, but it's being talked about in such a niche space that again somebody who wants to is feeling drawn but doesn't quite know what to point at. And so हमारा मीडियम म्यूजिक और स्टोरी टेलिंग है, तो हम उस मीडियम को ही और तरीकों से एक्सप्लोर करना चाहते हैं. हम गिरगिट बन जाना चाहते हैं कि हम जहाँ भी जाएं वहाँ हम इसी बात को उस तरीके से सजा सकें, उस तरीके से उसका जश्न कर सकें जिस तरीके से वहाँ पे बात करने की इच्छा है. So he gave a name to our genre, which was what?
It's contemporary Nirgun folk.
So we were trying to figure out what is it that in terms of the musicality we do. So this is what he came up with, which sort of works, I suppose. But also, it is still, music and stories are still our mediums. The exploration is still, and I think that is the only constant. That's the ektar that I feel like is forever constant, even if the iktara itself goes and comes back. That it's the exploration of love together and individually. And so that's our project, everything. We are coming more into our own now. I think we were more meek and scared of our own, also coming into our own beliefs in terms of understanding what it is that actually, like, we understand now. But I think the good thing, the change today is, I think that we are a little more, less raisins inside and a little more like, अंदर भी एक छाती होती है जो कई बार सिकुड़ी रहती है, तो वो जो अंदर वाली छाती है, that is starting to finally expand. So that's where we are.
If we go back to the starting point a little bit, most of the Avan performances I have experienced have this chain of very introspective storytelling that's shared with the audience and invites them to reflect with you. How did this combination of having stories to share and music, how did that idea first come into being?
I think as a child, when I look back, I think I was always fascinated with stories. And actually that's how this also worked, that we were able to bring me the musical part of the story and the verbose part. I'm a more verbose person. He's a more musically, that's how he, I think, visualizes surroundings. But shuru mein bhi the need to talk, listen and share stories was very strong. मेरा background बहुत सारा theatre है और music कहीं था ही नहीं actually in the scheme of things. And then I was told that अगर कुछ करना है और झोला लेके नहीं घूमना है तो बॉम्बे चली जाओ. तो मैं बॉम्बे भी गई. I worked as an AD also. Then I went to NID because I was told कि हो गया तो जाओ, जाना ही चाहिए type का. But Bombay, NID, everywhere I realized that the world and structures tell you to tell your stories. It's like a carrot. If I'm an AD, it'll take me 12-15 years to get to a point where I'll be able to tell one story. और वो एक कहानी भी अगर मैंने थोड़ी सी गिरते पड़ते कह दी, then it's over. It's because it's a structured space.
Yeah.
So, but what Kabir Yatra and this journey did for me was it gave me songs सो आई स्टार्टेड राइटिंग वेरी ऑर्गेनिकली, क्योंकि यात्रा की वजह से मेरे पास एक तारा आ गया था, एक तारा आ गया तो वो टूं टूं करने लगी. एंड आई रियलाइज दैट maybe I can create a small pocket. Maybe not many people need to hear it, but I have a need to talk. And so maybe we'll create a pocket of sorts. So the first Avan show was in IWPC क्योंकि वहाँ 5,000 रेंट में सारा स्पेस मिल जा रहा था. थोड़ा सा somebody contributed something, friends only of course. और पहला आवान का शो हुआ, हम जाके सुबह मिर्ची लाइट लगा रहे थे and we would like curtains लगा रहे थे कि so it came from that need and it continues to come from that need. और I think हाँ structurally ये कि मैं कभी गाना अकेले नहीं गाना चाहती, क्योंकि मैंने सुना है गानों के साथ क्या होता है कि हम गा रहे हैं भला हुआ मेरी माला टूटी और गाना खत्म होता है और हम आरती करते हैं और हम बोलते हैं आरती ले लो और मैं ले लूंगी आरती, लेकिन it is very then it is again my need to say कि मैं गाना भी अंडरलाइन करने के लिए कह रही हूँ, तो वो कहानी के साथ आए तो अच्छा है. And that I think helps. It always helps to have people like Sumant and Makaran, both of whom are, I think, different philosophies we all come from, different lifestyles we all come from, but innately, I think it's about emotion. So then it becomes quite a...
Yeah, that's why they're all, like I was telling him earlier, for me it's instant waterworks. I find each performance, and even when I hear the videos, the music online, it's a very intensely stirring experience. Tell me a little bit about the creative process. How do you decide what poetry to pick, what stories to tell? How do you also toe the line between sharing and oversharing? And then translating these big amorphous concepts into something tangible that, like you said, people can point to, people can grasp in today's modern audience context.
You too.
Sure. I mean, I can probably shed some light on the process that we've been following in the last few years, I would say. About the process before, maybe you can tell me. But essentially, I mean, what initially drew me to Avan and Vedi was that, she's so far removed from the kind of biases, the kind of, the jaded nature of lots of musicians who have kind of, cut their teeth in the scene, if that's something to say. But, and she's so like away from all of that. It was really refreshing. And just the fact that she's able to write her thoughts in a very original manner, which I think is very unique in terms of like, I've heard a lot of stuff that is Nirgun or is Sufi, and it's mostly just, it's all reproduction, it's all recreation, like people are just using the same old words. So I think it's really interesting that there's somebody who's, actually contributing to advancing this field a little. So that's what initially drew me to, this kind of music, because obviously I've done lots of types of music, but never, I was never part of this world. And but I think that being said, like somehow for me and Vedi, it like really clicked, super early on. We were able to find common ground very quickly. I think, we're able to bounce ideas off each other really quickly. And, honestly, something I struggle with as a songwriter myself is, obviously you have an idea for a song, but you don't know how to finish it.
Okay.
But I think she knows right from the beginning to the end, like how it's going to go, where it's going to hit. So that way, as a storyteller and a lyricist, I think, she's very much my speed in terms of, how I'm able to create some kind of soundscape, and I think she's able to create something to go on top of that. So it's really organic in that way, and yeah, I mean, touch wood, it's still going. Um, and I
going
think we
really
still
well.
no, in terms of like it's still nice to be able to surprise each other, which
Yeah.
I think we still
surprise,
manage to
yeah.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the process that's happening now. But obviously she wrote a lot of great songs way before we met. Some of which, I've just kind of made rearrangements so that both of us can play it live. Um, but yeah, maybe she can talk about that process. But
Thank you. Yeah, high praise in some places, too much only. But that's, I think stories are मेरे को बहुत मैं एक बहुत ही वैसी किस्म की लड़की हूँ तो मुझे I grew up socially absolutely inept and I had no care or need for it also. I was just like, हाँ ठीक है सब अपना अपना करो. So and I grew up in a household with a lot of Hindi sahitya around. So even things that I didn't quite understand or grasp शुरू में किताबों और कहानियों के बीच ही I grew up, and so I think because of my early on inspirations being Manto and Premchand and my parents, the story part of it is pretty critique, like as is. This is what it is. This is what I show. The songs are where for me, only if I sit to sing, write a song and it's commissioned, that's a different thing. But if I sit to write a song because I am thinking of a philosophy and saying, wow, कितनी अच्छी बात है, तो वो नहीं आएगा, वो गाना नहीं लिखा जाएगा. Only when my emotions are now reaching somewhere where I have to get this feeling out is when the songs come into play. तो in terms of stories also, I think जब आप धीरे धीरे बड़े होते हैं, I think age is such an important thing. तो कभी कभी मुझे कहते हैं जल्दी से बड़ी हो जाऊं, but the way you see the world also, I realize that things that happen to me are the only things that I actually sort of get also in my context. So when the thought and the eyes become wider in seeing the stories also change. So I think the fact that I'm able to also, what I was saying, कि अंदर जो आप किशमिश हुए जाते हैं, it's a lot of things, it's gender, it's class, it's a lot of things. वो धीरे धीरे so in that space then we started also stories started changing. That is very exciting. Every time stories change. Sumant also has some stories to tell. I'll hope that more of us will have stories to tell. He will also. I'm sure he has many more stories, but yeah. So all of that is a very exciting process, and I think the one only important thing of Avan processes has been kindness and like acceptance of my humanness and your humanness. If that is the space, then it's beautiful. Makran was with us at such an important time, then he wasn't with us, and now he's back. But the love that flows comes in the music, in the creation, the allowing each other to, this is very important in processes. Otherwise, it's you and me. So of course I write because I'm the writer, but everybody has such a. So in terms of processes, I think it's very fluid. When we need to sit and practice, we do. But it's very fluid. कि एक चीज़ किसी ने शुरू किया, दूसरे ने कुछ शुरू किया, कुछ बात हो रही थी, वहाँ से कुछ निकला, and it'll become something. In terms of how we pick poetry earlier. Because the journey started with Kabir, lots of poetry was Kabir. We also picked other poetry, and then I realized the problems with singing love and being a woman and singing philosophy. तो शुरू में मैं बहुत again किशमिश हो गई कि who am I? And I always feel that, but that's for me to feel. Before getting on the stage, you always and you must feel that who are you to be talking. But when it starts coming from other spaces, that's a problem. So when I start saying, when I'm singing in a protest meet, I'll be called for an event. But in that event, if I say something that I mean, but is not in alignment with you, then I'm not, somebody you want. Similarly, for everything is a sangathan in many ways. And so I realized that, okay, then I don't want to sing anybody else's words. If I'm a stupid girl exploring a philosophy and being an idiot also, I'll only sing what I have lived. So then over time it was a very conscious decision. In fact, sometimes we got a pushback also. I also got a pushback from him, ki we're losing gigs because you're saying I'm not going to sing these things. But we transformed with a very clear decision that we will only sing our own writings. We will only tell stories that we have experienced and we have journeyed in and out of, because nobody's equipped to preach anything. Everybody is equipped to share experiences. But if my experiences will be challenged basis what I'm borrowing to create, then I'd rather not borrow. Kabir will always be what Kabir is for me. But I'm also me. We are also us existing in this world. Such beautiful people. Kyun Kabir ko lathi banao? Khud hi kafi hai. So then we very categorically, we still sing when we feel like it. But we made a very conscious effort to only do what we are writing. And क्योंकि बड़ी दिक्कत है, philosophy is like a jungle, and that this is also a marketplace, a brutal one. Everybody wants to hold on to philosophies की कबीर अगर होते तो मतलब सड़क पे अपने बाल ही नोच रहे होते कि क्या चल रहा है, और नहीं तो जेल में कुटाई हो रही होती, मतलब so that way process is very, like, some things are very fluid and some things are very
love has come up very often, and Nirgun as a philosophy has come up consistently when you're talking about your work and values that you're exploring in your stories, in your own experiences. What is it like to render this for a live audience? What responses have you gotten in performance that you have enjoyed or would like to talk about today?
All kinds, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like every so like Vedi mentioned, obviously we do like to play the mainstream festivals and the big stages, etc. But we also have played a lot of Sangathan gigs in really remote parts of India. I mean, we consider them remote. They're actually not remote. It's just that we, as urban folk, don't happen to go there much. But yeah, I mean, I've been to such incredible places that I would have never gone otherwise, and performed for people who I wouldn't have got a chance to perform in front of, and just the host of reactions is, I mean, it's as different as any new place that you go to. But I think the one consistent thing I can say is that, there's always this, like we finish a gig and then I sneak off somewhere at the back to have my personal time. And then there's always this huge line. Everybody wants to meet Vedi after the performance. Not because, great singer, we have to meet her. Because I think, like you said, like people are affected. They want to meet her and tell her how she made them feel. Which is really like, I mean, I've played in a lot of bands, a lot of types of music. I've never personally experienced anything like it. It's at times equally uplifting and equally annoying, because like sometimes you want to do like a post game analysis, right? And except you don't get to do that because there are all these people, and then there'll be people who are hugging, like, and they won't let go only, and then the person behind them is like, hey man, it's my turn. Get out. So all of these are such unique experiences. And I think one thing I really appreciate about, maybe it's the way Ahvaan is, or maybe it's just since Ahvaan is, it's a lot to do with Vedi and the way she is. So I think it's really a, you treat everyone the way you want to be treated, and I think that's really genuine. Like there is no one who works with us, no one who calls us has these airs about them. There are no expectations, no pretensions. And I've experienced this only once before in a project that I was running, which that's another story for another time.
Mhm.
But in terms of the sheer goodwill is it's really amazing. Like to just be able to have people who work with us just because they believe in the concept or they believe in the philosophy, or they like Vedi so much that they just want to do it. Or maybe there are some people who like me that
Of course.
maybe
Either wherever we are playing, whether it's little girls or aunties, everybody's doing dhai, dhai, Sumant, har jagah. It's amazing. That is one thing. Avan always has beautiful, beautiful people in it. I'm amazed how that happens.
no,
But-
but really, I mean, it's no joke. Like we've gone to so many places. People have been really generous with us in terms of whatever they can be generous with. If it's not resources, they're generous in many other ways. And I think this whole uh, conception of playing music we have here is totally warped. We're such a spoiled bunch as independent musicians. You expect so much when you give so little. So I think here the balance it seems fair, it seems just, equitable, all of that. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about what feels balanced and how you may have arrived at that?
So in terms of I think the balance I'm talking about is I'll just give you an example. If you have a band who's used to playing a certain type of music with certain type of equipment, that equipment has to be there every time they play. Otherwise, oh, if this one thing is here, I'm not going to perform. Like I can't do this because I don't have what I need. Here you don't need anything. Sometimes it's just her with an iktara. That's enough, dude. Like that has the same effect as me sitting and playing guitar, or Makran coming in, sitting and playing percussion. Like because the message is the crux of the thing, and I think that translates no matter what the presentation is. So we've gone to places where there's been all the equipment in the world. We've been to places where there's no equipment, or places where the equipment is from the 90s, man. Like it's literally like old school stuff. But yeah, it works everywhere. We managed to make it work. And I have to give her credit for that, because initially I was also with these pretensions, like, how do you expect me to play like this? I don't have what I need.
No, but you always, Sumant always goes in with a little bit like, I can't do this. But once he's in, he's totally in. Like in Cambodia, we reached this गांव जहाँ कुछ बाथरूम like एक ही बाथरूम है, एकदम जैसे यहाँ का गांव है वहाँ का गांव. And when we reached, he's the one who said, "Oh my God, where have we come?"
Yeah, because
And in
backstory,
fact-
no Western toilet then. So
Huh, and he
I
had
was
to
really
take a
like,
bath
wow.
outside with all the kids watching him from here and there. But
because I think I was the hairiest man they've ever seen in their life.
oh,
Like,
it was amazing.
they're like,
The
"What is
reaction
this?"
and the response. No, but in fact, I got a little sick because of Garmi. He was totally fine. He was going drinking local alcohol with uncles. Mast, he was chilling. Show ke pehle gayab ho gaya. Kahan hai uncle?
Fried insects.
Chill guy.
Amazing. Amazing. No jokes.
But thank you. That's a very. I'm grateful for this opportunity where I'm also hearing. I'm going to feeling like it's. I think the reason why Nirgun and the philosophy and its relevance today in the everyday became so important for the project also was key. The way in that vague purview of things, there are such specific things, which is also how Kabir's songs come to me. For when I keep singing the same thing. Then one day I get into a situation and I remember that something that I've been singing for 2 years and I'm realizing what it means in this context, right? So वही शायद एक idea भी है उसका basis कि we are all very unique and different, but there are things or there are graphs that we all go through. And so when you are being brutally honest, I don't think a lot of the times people are listening to what story I'm sharing, but taking from that and going into their own stories. So there, I think some people being so generous is so beautiful, but it's not on me. It's on that philosophy, on that love. It's got nothing to do with me. I am the medium, so I get all the credit for it, which is great for me. But sometimes when I see the responses, I realize that maybe we as people are not deserving of this kind of love. At least I'm not. I'm a very flawed human being with very limited, in fact, zero knowledge, I'm realizing, about anything. But the sheer being vulnerable, the sheer being naked, does something core to another person. If I'm naked, then you feel okay to at least take off your scarf. Unfortunate truth is, when you're naked, somebody can also be in that space with you, take your nakedness, go out and use it in different ways.
Yep.
But that's part of it. That's always going to be. The noise will always be there. And what does it matter? Because hum to philosophy. That way I feel so much power in these people, because ultimately if you're going to show us money, you're going to show us status, you're going to show us whatever, our loyalty lies on ground. Whatever the on ground means. Which is a lot of power कि ठीक है कर भी रहे हैं, लेकिन प्यार है तो नहीं कर भी सकते, कोई बात नहीं, it's okay. कहीं जा नहीं रहा कुछ भी, हमसे कोई चुरा नहीं लेगा कुछ भी.
Podcast is, I feel like I'm getting a private concert.
And for you, we came to
Yeah.
many more private concerts.
Yeah, fun, guys.
Thank
you.
Bye.
See you.
Bye bye.
I think one of the things that draws me to your music is that I sense some kind of seeking or searching. If that's my imagination, then. But and that's what I resonate very strongly with. What is that? What is the core? If you were to break it down, what is the core of the search?
Okay. We can only try.
Yes.
And
Just
this is a very
and I don't think this is actually answered perhaps through lofty visions, but really as someone who has been personally dabbling and looking and searching, but not even being able to articulate what one is looking for. And here I'm seeing it being expressed in music and verse, and want to understand what has this been like for you. What is the clumsiest articulation of that search? How do we give it words?
I think मैं थोड़ा सा I'll take just like a little detour and try to come back to it. So when I started, I was deeply inspired by Kabir. When I started working with Kabir, I realized that there's a Laleshwari Devi. Oh, there's a Rakhamma Devi. Oh, there's a Lalan Kabir, who I've heard again before, but I don't know. Then I started realizing that the Shams to the Rumi is also saying something. Then I realized that Taoism is also saying something. And ultimately, I think the commonality with all the, even Radha Swami, all this sections that are trying to find peace in, or trying to find the peace, whatever, like whichever way. There's one single, this thing is the quest for truth. And So we were just I was in a Vedanta class with a friend of mine whose padhai is all in Vedanta, and ये conversation चल रही थी कि वो that Vedanta says according to what we were discussing in the class कि एक सत्य तो है, but we are also talking about the like endless quest, the endless questioning. So are those two not contradictory to one another? And that's where we came to this realization that it is our problem as human beings that when we say there's one truth, we are looking at that truth as an answer to things. That truth doesn't have to be an answer to things. That truth can just be a step, like a. And with that, the questioning can go on. From my little learning of getting in and out of all these many philosophies, and I think many more years and many more gurus to come, and hopefully I'll. But one common thread that I look at, it has so many names, but it boils down to love. Either it's love inside, or it's love outside. Either it's political, socio-political, psychological. But it boils down to only love. And so my focus then would be to understand what the hell this love means again in the everyday. If when I so casually say love is like a way of life, what does that even mean?
What does it mean?
Because not everybody, सभी लोग झोला लेके चले जाएंगे तो फिर दुनिया कैसे चलेगी? ऐसा तो ये तो बहुत ही अजीब सा ही वो है. But that's why the philosophy is more and more reachable, because I feel like all these philosophies that are around love talk about जिस जिंदगी में हो उसका medium, हम सबके mediums हैं अलग अलग. We are all doing our bit by being or doing something, and yet in doing our own thing, how does one internalize or how does one internalize मैं भूल गया सब. I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, it is. I'm following.
तो quest तो वही है. मुझे लगता है जहाँ भी मैं देखती हूँ, जहाँ भी सुनाई देता है, the quest, the vague, flimsy way of again looking at it would be that it's lived love for me. But I think it'll take a lifetime or more to understand what that lived love, what all that lived love can be. I think a lot of the things we do study now, we learn about boundaries, about standing up for ourselves and thus standing up for somebody else. Or a lot of the things that we're learning in concept now are still things that came under these umbrellas, these very vague philosophies. Still something. Vaguely, I guess.
I mean, I just want to add, basically, I think Avan exists to fulfill a need in people. Now, those needs can be many different things. And most of the times, like, people just want to be heard or just want something to relate to, something to hold on to. And I think people do find what they need from our show, whether it's a story that she's telling that touches on something in their lives. Like I'll give you an example. I know Vedi hates on it. Basically, we were playing a show in Uttarakhand recently where this lady met us after the show and said, I just lost my mother a week back, and I haven't been out of the house since then, but I'm so glad I was here. So I think sometimes a need people don't even know that they have.
Yeah.
And it's just that, like I said, some people will resonate with the stories, some with the philosophy, some maybe just the music part of it, the songs themselves. So I think it's really without trying to be, it's like a warm hug for those who come with an open mind, I think.
No, absolutely. I'll agree with that. Those words came in my mind when I was thinking about what to say when I was introducing you guys. I'm so glad you said it because that's exactly what I think.
एक चीज सोची एक ही लाइन बस. I feel like एक तो it's too much to say that we are trying to be that space, but who knows how much.
No,
we gave
point I'm
them.
trying to make is we're not trying to be that, but somehow we are. That is the point.
I think so that I suddenly realized one thing. I think in our lives we are trying to find is a space to breathe. Now that breathing also includes living what you want to live, doing things you want to, but also of taking a second, pausing, reflecting. And the need to breathe is the same need we are sharing. I think that breath, that moment, sometimes some people sleep in our shows, and I love it. I think it's the best way to listen to an Avan show. So yeah. So that means that your body needed something, some lullaby in the background, and you wanted to sleep. And that's, if that is the small purpose it's fulfilling, then that's it. That's fine.
Like I have to tell you a personal story.
Yes.
And that time I wasn't even playing in Avan. I just came to listen. Basically, in the end of 2019, I had some legal troubles in Goa, and I remember when I came back, I totally shut myself off. I was at home. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to meet anyone. I was sick of talking to people on the phone, on WhatsApp, everything. And the first show I went to watch was Avan. Like it was in the beginning of 2020, so just before the pandemic. And yeah, that was the first show I watched. And I was like, man, I'm so glad I went to see this. Like, because, like, I didn't feel weird being out in the world. I didn't feel. And, like, like she said before, like, she's so vulnerable on stage that, you kind of stop feeling so vulnerable as an audience member. So that's, yeah, I just wanted to share.
Vulnerability is a tough one. Intellectually, I understand its importance, and but it's hard to actually practice. And the older I get and the more I appreciate the concept of vulnerability, the more I struggle with living it. How are you looking at it? What challenges have you faced or are facing?
I mean, like I said, it's a lot of. I know in your case and mine, like, because I know you well enough to know we've had a kind of similar upbringing, and we're also similar in age, right? So it's a total lack of trust. We've lost faith.
Yes.
We've lost trust. And really, if you do sort of lay your cards in front of someone else, it's not always necessary that they'll, somehow try and get one over you or take advantage of you. And I think we've gotten into this really unhealthy mindset. And I think playing in Avan, certainly, like the first few months only helped me break a lot of these misconceptions within myself. And I think all of us can find that if you have to give up a certain amount of control, and I think you'll be rewarded, sir.
Struggles. Gender.
Gender, yes.
एक तो मैं बहुत छोटी और बेवकूफ लड़की हूँ तो मुझे देख के ऐसा होता है कि एक हम बांग्लादेश में एक शो बजा रहे थे, देख तमाशा लोगों को बहुत पसंद आया. They asked, they were answered, but they refused to accept that I've written that song. Because before I told them, they had already talked about how deep it is. अब लेकिन इस बच्ची ने लिखी है. अब ये बच्ची तो बेवकूफ सी दिख रही है, कूद रही है इधर उधर, तो ये how is she capable of this, whatever this is or whatever. तो एक ये लेवल का discomfort है. That's also why I feel like मैं बदतमीज होती जा रही हूँ, because I've noticed that it doesn't matter. My love will always be my love, but whether I sit like this or whether I stand like this, it doesn't matter, except when I'm like this, I'll be walked over. So but हाँ over time so I went to मैं छोटे छोटे जल्दी बता रही हूँ ठीक है but I really want to because if there's space for these stories for younger artists they should really be out there. I was struggling for money. I was working for free for somebody, and they were quite opulent and quite wonderful. And I told them that I love this project, but I need some money. Not being able to survive. तो उन्होंने मुझे अपने एक्स हस्बैंड के पास भेजा विदाउट टेलिंग मी एनी कॉन्टेक्स्ट नथिंग सेड दैट इनका ये हो रहा है और आप इनको कुछ एक स्पेसिफिक काम सौंप दीजिए आपको थोड़ा पैसा मिल जाएगा. That experience, and I've gone to an artist who's national award winning, and I'm like, oh my god, who have I gone to? And I'm seeing all sorts of nonsense there, and yet for 7-8 days I continue to work there for no reason. I've already delivered what I had to deliver. But मुझे इतना पेट्रोनाइज किया जा रहा है कि मैं वहीं अटक गई हूँ और मेरी जो लड़की या औरत पना है वो मुझे निकलने नहीं दे रहा. आई एम सीइंग अदर पीपल जिनको गांव से ले आया गया है बट उनके पैंटें ढीली हो गई हैं क्योंकि दीदी मुझे इतना भात खाने की आदत है. मुझे दिल्ली शहर में 200 रुपये मिल रहे हैं 3 समय का खाना खाने के लिए. I finally left that office because I was paraded in the office saying, look at this girl, she's so exhausted. I said, I'm too exhausted, I have other work to do. He said, look at her, she's so exhausted, she's toning all day and then she's not able to do her work. But this was not my work. Or that I go to somewhere and somebody assumes and I'm happy to मेरे साथ भी दिक्कत है कि I'm happy to and philosophically also give you all the credit and more. But when you do that, the man thing to do is to take all the credit and like turn it around, wrap it around into something else, and then you are at the mercy of. So many times over the years, I felt like people have literally told me this कि क्या है कबीर का मैं ओवरनाइट 5 गाने लिख देता हूँ एंड दीज आर सीनियर पीपल 5 गाने लिख देता हूँ और तुम गा लेना तुम फेमस हो जाओगे. तुम तो बहुत अच्छे और नॉलेजेबल हो ऑल रिस्पेक्ट टू यू बट व्हाई आर यू टेकिंग अवे फ्रॉम अदर पीपल. अ ब्यूटीफुल निर्गुणी पर्सन डूइंग अ प्रोजेक्ट किड्स टेकिंग दैट प्रोजेक्ट टू देम and you are such an old person, you should take care of it, you should let them nurture, but you eat up their project only to produce your own. The amount of general physically how people make you uncomfortable. There's a reason why Avan collaborates very rarely, and in the past many times because of this nakedness it goes so badly and you are left picking up your own pieces where other people have gone out and started doing whatever it is that they're doing. So much so that I think people tell me I owe whatever, but I have plenty of information from different spaces and I occupy too many spaces. I'm everywhere, unfortunately. तो इतनी जगह से मुझे सुनने को मिलता है कि ये तो पागल है, इसका तो don't. He's been told, why are you working with this crazy woman? She's the doom of whoever she works with. But people I'm working with are happy only. People I'm with are loving me and I'm loving them. Yeah. So why do I need those spaces also? So while we will still continue to jump head first, I feel like we're becoming a little more aware of where to jump. कि पैसा नहीं है तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हम कूद जाएंगे. लेकिन पैसा है और कुछ भी है, दुनिया का सब कुछ है, तुम बिल क्लिंटन हो और तुम कुछ भी, मतलब योर स्टेटस, योर मनी, योर पावर डजंट मैटर इफ यू आर गोइंग टू बी. एंड वी आर सो, हम सब इतने तड़पे हुए हैं, हमारी स्किन के नीचे केचुए रेंग रहे हैं, हमें मौका चाहिए किसी को खा जाने का. तो अगर खाने खिलाने की होड़ है तो वो होती रहे. आई फील लाइक व्हेन आई एम बर्न्ड I feel reaffirmed in my love because I have people like me to protect in this world. I feel like lovers are losing their shit. Beautiful people come to me ki Vedi Didi will have an answer, or but how will Vedi Didi have an answer? Vedi Didi can only have some space ki chal hum baatein kar rahe hain. So people can keep doing whatever we are doing because we are all products of this society. किसी के खिलाफ कुछ नहीं, सब अपना अपना कर रहे हैं, सब सुंदर और बेकार है. लेकिन yeah, if you'll stomp over us, maybe we will get crushed, but somebody else will.
मेरा सर घूम दुनिया के खेलों मेरे भैया सर घूम दुनिया के खेलों में मेरा सर घूम दुनिया के खेलों मेरे भैया सर घूम दुनिया के खेलों में
We've been talking about how the starting point, we've been talking about some perhaps milestones, mind milestones in the journey. So I was just wondering, what do you feel is coming up next? What do the next few years look like in terms of the evolution of the project? What are new possibilities and collaborations and stories that you guys are hatching?
Well, I mean that goodwill I was talking about before has resulted in it's not just me and her doing everything anymore. We have a manager now
Ooh.
who's come to us very organically, and we feel very comfortable. I think we do have plans to kind of. I mean, the idea is just to keep going, right? And maybe pick up the pace a little in terms of just the kind of opportunities. And in terms of collaboration, we're going to Bombay next week to collaborate with a very old friend of mine, Harpreet, who's also a folk
Yeah,
singer.
but we'll introduce him not like your old friend. I saw Harpreet when I went on my first yatra as a young artist with a guitar singing away. So for my baby yatra self, he's one of those artists who I looked at and I was just starting out.
मेरा तो old friend.
हाँ.
But anyway, so we're collaborating with him. We have a bunch of other collaborations in the pipeline. A bunch of new songs. Hopefully, we'll be much more prolific in terms of releasing our songs online on platforms, etc., etc. And yeah, I think the idea is just to reach more and more people. I think
But
that's the.
I'll add.
Yeah, please.
In the dream section, we've been talking about one show we want to do is for children, where we write new songs. We don't want to do the same songs. Again, we are grounded in one philosophy, so it will come from there. But I think, again, the one philosophy comes as questions, comes as, trying to find your ground, to feel okay being everything that we are. So one show we really want to create with enactment, with actually. So earlier I used to do these things where the story would be very panchatantra, kabhi bhi hoti hai, kabhi kabhi. And I would love to create that and make that come to life for young people. Like an experiential, sing along, move along kind of a show that I'm very, very excited about. And we've been talking about it for months now. I think they come into structure only later, so that's one thing. One other thing is the show we did here. I do want to bring in more artists, hopefully, and create a more immersive piece again into tackling these questions, but in a more, kaise kahun main, in a, like we want, at least from where I stand, I feel like it's time that we start exploring smaller and larger ways of creating narratives. But like also, अभी तक हम थोड़ा audience और उसमें फंसे हैं. So how can we invite the audience to be part of our journey also in other ways.
Yeah.
That's something that we also want to do with this show. So these are two show-based things. There are some small experiments that we were earlier also talking about.
Yeah.
Where we can sync two individuals, or maybe just 5 people, because some songs are so vulnerable that वो shows में नहीं हो. But these are project level dreams. Another dream is, and God knows how that will happen because जेब से फकीर और सपने से हाँ बिल्कुल, लेकिन मेरा बहुत जोर से मन है कि एक छोटा सा कहीं स्पेस बन जाए. It doesn't have to be reachable. In fact, the more unreachable, the better. That we are able to create a home for all broken beings, but it's a temporary home only. Only my permanent home. Everybody else's temporary home. If you're going to stay more than a week and you're not an animal, then you have to have a conversation for where this is going. But that space, I feel like, is very important. Those little, and a lot of people are doing such things, such spaces. So while one part of our project with Pramesh is taking care of the commercial side and trying to balance that part, there's also this part that has to sort of bring slowly. 5 years कहने के वजह से I'm sharing this, otherwise it's kind of a distant, maybe 6-7 years, I don't know. But that, and we are starting with something very special which I've longed for a long time. As a young artist, up until very recently, I felt like I'm just floating alone. And even though a lot of people are doing these things, artists who are doing their art specifically on ground, but also permeating in the commercial spaces. And I felt very alone and very like don't know where to look at. So I used to think कहीं पे तो exchange होना चाहिए. And then now we are little capable, so we are starting to figure out if there's a way of branching out. Avan is the musical storytelling part of it. We're doing our first event in March beginning, where we are able to bring a few delegates and then some of our artist friends who we do an exchange with. But the hope is to create a separate project where we are doing what we are doing, but that project runs on its own, where we can create spaces for those simple exchanges and actual real performances for everyone. क्योंकि जब हम कहते हैं फ्री शो है, लेकिन हम शो कर रहे हैं किसी के बंगले में, तो बंगले का गार्ड ही रोक देगा उस इंसान को जिसको मैं अभी कह के आई हूँ भैया शो देखने आना है. तो how do we break that? That is something that we want to also figure out in the next 2-3 years. So that leg will be called हाशिए से. तो हाशिए से का पहला leg है कहानियाँ, that's March. And then किस्से will hopefully happen in December, and slowly we'll try to work on that. So these are the many exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. Okay, now I have a couple of really critical questions for you. What's a song that you guys are obsessing over right now?
Like our own song? or
No,
other people's
somebody
song?
else's or something else.
Oh yeah, we are crazily obsessing over this bhajan called Bhajo Re Bhaiya that we heard from Vedant Bhardwaj, who's an incredible, what a human being and what an artist. Matlab, again, one of those people like Shilpa Murthy, who if you just meet and see performing, you'll be like in love in that moment only. Platonic or not doesn't matter, just love. So
Yeah, I had a man crush after a very long time
yeah.
on this person.
We were
But
both-
yeah, again, like a voice that really like does something to you when you
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been tripping on a
Swooning.
couple of his songs.
Yeah, so especially Bhajo Re Bhaiya, that's also a Kabir bhajan only, which he sung in a very bluesy way. And yeah, it just stayed so much that after coming back, kuch din to वैसे ही गुनगुनाते रहे, that we were like, wait, now we have to learn this. And very obsessively, like young people, you know, who are, तो हम वैसे कर रहे हैं उस गाने के साथ. मैं तो I think I've juiced it out, been singing it day in and day out.
गाने का नाम है भजो रे भैया.
हाँ, so it's मतलब the words are all metaphorical. It says Bhajo Re Bhaiya, Ram Govind Hari. I feel like it's still again going back to love, dhairya and surrender. I think so. And it does come to this कि जिसके मुख से प्रेम कहत कबीर प्रेम न जामुक वामुक तामुक धूल भरी कि जिस मुख में, जिस बीइंग में प्रेम नहीं है, वो that is as good as a mouthful of मिट्टी की. So it's a lovely bhajan, and yeah, we've been really crazy about it.
Okay, thanks. Before we close, I'll ask you one more thing that everyone wants to know the answer to. Who are you guys wearing today?
I am wearing hand-me-down. So this my mama gave me.
Oh yeah.
Only these jeans I think I bought from Levi's. And yeah,
This is very
I'm a
exciting.
great believer in hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
Yes, clothes don't deserve to end up in a.
I think this is
From-
lovely. Now we can make it like one of those things ki Avan mein aane ke liye. Because I feel like the same way, and I'm so excited to be sharing this, that the shoes I'm wearing are my sister's. The pant I'm wearing belongs to a school friend. Jo bichara, he grew out of these pants in 10th. I borrowed them in 11th. And now they're still with me and they're perfect. And then this is the only thing I own. This kurta I got. This ghadi belongs to my mother. This shawl belongs to my bua. The hair products actually also belong to my sibling. So nothing on my body right now. So yeah, I'm wearing a lot of people and labels. And I suppose so are you.
And I'm sorry, since you didn't ask Shambhavi, I just want to tell everyone
Yeah.
how much I love Oddbird.
We love Oddbird.
As
Yes.
just an institution, I think it's a really critical resource for the people of Delhi, especially the artist community, to have a place where you can kind of like experiment with new things, kind of explore, and you have a lot of great facilities, you have a great team, many of which have been with you for years. Even the staff here, man, like I love all those guys, and I don't think they get appreciated enough. But it's a wonderful space, and I think the entire artist community needs to engage with this space more. And yeah, it's a great resource available.
Thank
And
you.
Additionally, we have experimented and felt like we are allowed to do things which have led to a lot of beautiful things in the last few years for us, where we can't deny Oddbird's hand in our journeys, like growth in so many ways. And two, just the same way that you guys were saying about Avan, that it feels like a warm hug, Oddbird, and because of all of you, it is also a warm hug. It's
Yeah.
a pleasure. It's or everybody who gets to access this space, and you people should be so grateful, and hopefully more and more people will be able to, because there's a serious dearth of spaces, people and resources for artists, and all of them come together here. So we are very grateful for all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for reaffirming everything that we're trying to do through this space.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you for sitting down with me today and sharing your stories, your journey. Thank you for joining us for this conversation. We'd love you to come back for more. We'll keep having conversations with artists about their stories, about their process, and other things that we're curious about. If you would like to keep track of more such conversations, please click on the thumb and press the bell
icon.
button and subscribe. So we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों में मेरा सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों मेरे भाई जी सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों में लिए लपेटे धन संपत्ति मन विचलित डरवाए रे तू सात्विक दूजा पापी जो प्रेम से जग भटकाए रे द्वेष लिए मन के भीतर तू सत्य सत्य चिल्लाए पर पढ़े लाख तू वेद ग्रंथ तुझे प्रेम समझ नहीं आए मेरा सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों मेरे भैया सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों में मेरा सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों मेरे भाई जी सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों में सारे जग की काली कदी के भीतर राख जमाए रे खुदी खुदी की माला जप कर मैं का ढोल बजाए रे अपने बैठ सिंहासन पर तू प्रेम बहुत बतियाए पर पढ़े लाख तू वेद ग्रंथ तुझे प्रेम समझ नहीं आए मेरा सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों मेरे भैया सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों में मेरा सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों मेरे भाई जी सरगूं मैं दुनिया के खेलों में थैंक यू इतनी बकवास सुनने की बहुत मजा आया